Will here,
Sean here.
and we're here to give our review on...
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
First off, as a comic book fan and the average Joe movie critic, the movie wasn't bad. First off, let's get that off.
I liked it.
I'm not going to sit here and berate the movie, although you think I am. I'm judging everything from the comic book perspective. Now, the first and biggest flaw of these movies now that are starting to come out, mostly Marvel obviously, because DC hasn't come out with anything except for Batman, is the fact that they just like to...
Superman.
Thank you. Is the fact that they like to just throw comic book characters into these movies.
What are you talking about, Will?
Gambit, he was in it for probably about a total of 3 minutes. He was cool, he served his purpose in the plot, but for somebody who fans have been begging for until this fourth movie now, his role was minimal, and
Spider-Man up the wall, that was awesome.
his special effects were cool,
But
but for a comic book perspective, it was garbage. Emma Frost, from what I understand, she can mess with you like Xavier, for those of you who don't know what that means. And just to have her have hardened diamond skin and be the sister of Silver Fox so she could coordinate into the movie somehow, garbage. And my biggest point on this movie, Deadpool. It was great to have him in the movie, but to have him have everyone's powers, which he doesn't have, for him to be in just the very beginning and the very end of the movie, he's...
The swords, that was sick.
It was stupid.
It was sick, though.
Why not just have him have regular swords then?
Well, yeah, that part's
Why does he gotta have it come out of his arms so he looks like Wolverine and can fight each other?
Maybe he needs to use his hands to grab a fist.
No, that's stupid though, because that's not Deadpool. Which gets to my point. They're just using names, but they're not actually giving the mutants their actual powers. Garbage. Just garbage. What did you like about it, Sean?
I liked just all the action. Being a regular guy, it was cool. I enjoyed it. And Wolverine's badass.
Anyway, I liked how they incorporated Xavier coming in and Cyclops, Scott Summers, going into the helicopter with him, which sets up the whole beginning of the School of Gifted Students with Xavier and Wolverine.
Oh, that was pretty cool. I like that. I like that.
Cyclops and all them.
I probably should have said that.
One thing that's eating at my stomach is the Sabretooth thing. I understand 2 movies made at 2 separate times, and this is my flaw with X-Men 1 more than this movie. I love how they had the Sabretooth and Wolverine incorporated with each other. I love how they had them, the brothers interacting. But then you get to the first movie, which takes place after this, and there's no interaction whatsoever. They don't even know each other. Which just drives you
Wolverine
crazy.
loses his memory if you did.
Okay, Wolverine loses his memory.
Yes.
But Sabretooth, all he does is growl in the first one. What's the point of having him in? That's Bryan Singer's fault, in my opinion, for just, once again, what they always do, just throwing in characters into these movies so that way fans can go and see it.
Maybe if they make a Wolverine 2, they'll renew the friendship.
That's possible.
There's room for stuff.
Okay, well, since they are doing a Wolverine 2, then that's fine. That works out fine.
Gonna meet up, you gotta become best buddies, brothers. Something like that.
Anyway, the fight scenes were great. Special effects, at least in the beginning, were alright. I mean, I was kind of disappointed in the fact that from what I heard of the leak version, I have not seen it.
Me neither.
Neither has Sean. It was the same movie, just without the special effects, which kind of makes me wonder why Fox didn't try to change that up so that way it would be a more different experience. The origin story was great. I like the fact that although I think they ruined the Deadpool character, he's probably going to have his own spin-off now, which I read yesterday that they announced. And that I was going to make a Wolverine Origins 2 with him in Japan, which I think is great. I like what Marvel's doing with all these characters now. They just got to stop just using names though. I hate it. I hate it more than anything. I can't stand it. Change it.
Let's get some real characters.
Alright, anyway, thank you. And wait till our next review. Probably a Star Trek. Definitely on Terminator Salvation. Peace.